Liam Kelly puts Rangers love ahead of Scotland duty as international door opens. Celtic to take leaf out of Rangers book to bring new fight to SPFL. Rangers must sign Lawrence Shankland in January after what Keith Jackson said. Rangers news shared by Chris Jack as new CEO twist revealed. Lack of Rangers transfer movement for La Liga ace who was free agent provides confusion and missed no-brainer. At the end, I want to hear your opinion on these controversies. Don't forget to leave a like on the video and let's get into the news. Liam Kelly has put his love for Rangers ahead of a potential Scotland starting role. After a summer move too, Ibrox saw him return to his boyhood club. One of the simplest decisions Philippe Clement made in the transfer window was securing the services of the 28-year-old as a replacement for Robbie McCrory, who was seeking regular first-team football elsewhere. Kelly, a former captain at Motherwell, now finds himself as Rangers' number 2, but he's more than happy with his role, despite it likely closing the door on his international career. With Angus Gunn pulling out of the Scotland squad due to injury, it could have been Kelly's time to shine for his country. However, with him sitting behind Jack Butland at Rangers, Craig Gordon is likely to step back into the number 1 role, showing just how thin the goalkeeping options are for Scotland. If Kelly had still been at Motherwell and playing regularly, he would have been the obvious candidate to take up the gloves for Scotland, given his experience and leadership qualities. But for Kelly, his passion for Rangers outweighs everything. Speaking to the Rangers Youth Development Company earlier this season, Kelly made it clear that playing for his boyhood club was an opportunity he couldn't turn down, even if it meant sacrificing international chances. Anyone with a footballing brain can understand that I'm just one match away from stepping into big European ties and old firm games. I've worked my whole life for the chance to be in the Rangers' first team, Kelly said. Despite the fact he might not feature regularly, Kelly's love for the club and his understanding of its demands make him an ideal backup. He remains positive, having gained valuable experience with Scotland, including winning his first cap against a star-studded France side. Playing against the likes of Mbappé, Griezmann, and Giroud has made me a better goalkeeper, he said. Clement couldn't ask for a better number 2 in Kelly. Someone who brings positivity to the dressing room, knows the high standards expected at Ibrox, and is prepared to put the club's needs ahead of personal ambition. For a manager building a team focused on unity and commitment, Kelly represents the kind of player Rangers could use more of: passionate, professional, and ready to serve. Celtic are set to follow in Rangers' footsteps by rejecting an SPFL contract proposal to hand TV rights to Premier Sports for showing 20 live games. Much like the Light Blues previously did, Celtic have turned down the deal, which would have given the broadcaster the right to show 2 additional matches from any Premiership stadium, as reported by the Daily Mail. This isn't the first instance of one of the old firm clubs rejecting a commercial agreement from the SPFL, and it highlights the growing trend of both clubs asserting their influence over broadcasting and sponsorship deals. The move follows Rangers' well-known dispute with the SPFL over the park's Motor Group sponsorship, which was only settled last year after compensation and an apology. Celtic's decision mirrors the stance taken by Rangers last year and suggests that the Hoops are keen to maintain control over their own commercial interests. The SPFL deal reportedly offered Celtic £75,000 for each additional home match, with a maximum payment of £150,000 for 2 games. While this might have been a tempting financial boost, the club's leadership decided to prioritize their supporters, opting to avoid the inconvenience of altering 3 p.m. Saturday kickoffs. It's a bold move to reject a straightforward financial gain, but it's clear Celtic have put their fans first, much like Rangers did previously. Both old firm clubs understand the immense value they bring to the Scottish Premiership and are showing a willingness to stand firm when it comes to their own commercial decisions. Rangers have found themselves in a tough spot more than once this season, with performances falling short of expectations. The 3-0 defeat to Celtic in the Old Firm clash and the 4-1 thrashing by Lyon in the Europa League are clear examples of how the team has struggled. Despite a 2-0 victory against St Johnstone, the gap in quality between Rangers and some of the Scottish minnows is striking. Even in that win, there was a sense that the side lacked a real spark in attack. Cyril Desires, who was substituted for Hamza Igamane, showed visible frustration when he was taken off, as Keith Jackson pointed out in the Daily Record. Jackson mentioned it's becoming a huge problem for Rangers, with Dezers seemingly losing his touch the harder he tries, and the crucial link between midfield and attack disappearing. This is exactly why it would make sense for Philippe Clement to reignite interest in Hearts' Lawrence Shankland come the January transfer window. Shankland has been linked with Rangers since the summer, with rumors even dating back to last January. The Jambos are struggling, sitting at the bottom of the Scottish Premiership, and Shankland's form has dipped, with only one goal so far this season. However, with his contract expiring soon and his likely desire to move on, it might be the perfect opportunity for Rangers to strike a deal. The fee required for such a transfer wouldn't be out of reach, and with the creativity already in the Rangers squad, Shankland could rediscover his goal-scoring touch quickly. It's a chance Rangers shouldn't pass up, as adding Shankland could be just what they need to turn things around. Rangers are aiming to have a new CEO in place before Christmas, according to Chris Jack in the Rangers Review on 10th of October. However, Jack noted that this timeline could be extended into 2025, depending on the notice period of the likely candidate. John Gilligan currently serves as interim chairman following John Bennett's departure, and a move to appoint Jim Gillespie as CEO didn't materialize. Jack highlighted the situation, stating, "A CEO appointment before Christmas remains the ambition at Ibrox. A demanding, perhaps disillusioned support want everything to be done yesterday right now. That is unrealistic though, and the agency appointed to oversee the CEO continue to work through the process as quickly as possible. The likelihood that the preferred candidate has a notice period to serve could push a start date into the new year. With Gilligan filling the interim chairman role, Rangers have some stability at the top, allowing time to ensure the right person is selected for the CEO role. This thoughtful approach signals that the club is prioritizing long-term stability over rushing the appointment, which is essential for future success. While fans might be eager for immediate decisions, taking the time to secure a candidate who fits the club's vision could have lasting benefits, potentially steering Rangers back to the top of Scottish football. It's a bit baffling that Rangers didn't pounce on the chance to bring in Scott McKenna over the summer, especially when he was available on a free transfer. Former Rangers man Andy Halliday, now with Motherwell, reckons it was a missed opportunity, calling it a no-brainer to have bolstered the defense with McKenna given how desperate Rangers seem to be for quality center-backs this season. Halliday made his feelings clear on the Open Goal podcast, pointing out the club's current defensive options: Balogun, Proper, Sutar, Nsiala, and King, while noting that Nareisho Kasanwirjo can also slot into the role, even though it's not his natural position. He believes McKenna could have been a decent fit despite his struggles at Las Palmas in La Liga, where he's been sidelined with a hamstring injury and his new team has yet to keep a clean sheet in 9 games. Halliday, though, didn't shy away from mentioning that Alfredo Morelos regularly had McKenna's number during the Aberdeen days. He recalled that Morelos relished playing against McKenna because of the defender's aggressive, tight marking style, yet still thinks the Rangers should have gone for him in the summer. It does make you wonder if McKenna might have been able to steady the ship at Taj Ibrox, especially with Rangers often looking shaky at the back this season. Either way, it's another transfer what-if for the Light Blues. Comment below what you think about the news. Don't forget to leave a like on the video to help me out. I post videos every day talking about our Rangers, so if you're not subscribed, you're missing out on the latest news. See you soon.